to deduct from the once per day, and therefore they have to be listed separately.
I see. I'm just being nosy and have a look at everybody's character.
So,
Yeah, that's the stream on standby, ready to go whenever.
excellent. So we got the credit slide up. So we're all covered legally.
I just slapped all the legal stuff on the start and soon screen.
Okay. Well, in which case, I'm ready to go when everyone else is. One thing I wanted to do early on is that I'll say when this is happening. But I thought it would be good at one at sort of early on for you to introduce your characters like to each other. So so your characters at least know each other's names. Any other information that your character would say about themselves, feel free to say that. But I think the name was just the important thing. Just to make sure the audience at home knows who you people are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and is there anything anyone else wants to say at the start, sort of just after we go live? Like, hello, this is Fate the Dice, etc., etc.
That's typically Nikki's thing, I think.
Or Dom's been doing it when on their Friday games. I don't mind who does it.
I'm playing.
You're playing.
Oh, so I don't have a script.
I'm playing. I just go, welcome to this is Fate of the Dice does while beyond the Witchlight, and joining me tonight are, and then I just launch into everybody's personal introductions. That's all I do.
Okay.
Nothing grandiose or anything. And then I do a quick recap, because it never goes well when you try and get the players to recap.
No worries. Yeah, okay, so I'm happy to do an introduction. Okay, and you want your character names rather than your personal names.
Yeah, if I was introducing myself, I'd be like, "Hi, I'm."
Okay, no worries, right? Yeah. So in that case, yeah, I'll be ready to start with an introduction.
Should I just call action like I usually do? Like in
Yes,
the movies,
please.
action. And action.
Hi, good evening, everyone. This is Fate of the Dice playing Curse of Strahd. Tonight we have Ashishlas, Christina, Camilla, Erie, and Lucille. And without further ado, let us begin.
I just realized I have my name misspelled for my character token.
Great start.
Yeah, that's not a very good start. Well, since I called myself out, hello, I'm Kyle. I'm playing Kamir, the tiefling cryomancer wizard who is just trying to start up an air conditioning company. And what better way to spread news than to kill Straud? Pretty simple character motivation, but...
I'll go next. Hi, I'm Laura. I'm playing Lucille, a human rogue. I'm just trying to find my uncle, okay? He's gone missing. Just need to try and find him.
Yeah, I'll go. I'm Dom. I'm playing Assistless UNT Warlock. He thinks he's a wizard, part of the Arcane Brotherhood, and he is here to try and clear out the area from evil. And I'm going to have to restart my Roll20 because it's not rolling through. 1 second.
Well, whilst you do that, I'm Yannia. I play Eerie, the Hexblood Druid, who I guess there isn't really a specific goal other than just trying to figure out what on earth is going on in general. I feel like that's just how she approaches her everyday life.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I play Christina, the half-elf barbarian. I'm just trying to find out stuff about my family history because I just found out I'm adopted.
And with that, I believe we are 5 for 5. So, for more than 1,000 years, a mist has lain upon the forests west of Mistvale. Few dare to enter, and fewer return. Travelling merchants known as the Vistani pass back and forth through the mist, bringing goods from beyond and sharing their stories. But they rarely take people with them, and they never bring them back. Ever since the mists came, they have claimed the fates of many. Hunters, trappers, and foresters who became engulfed in their shifting mass were forever lost. Expeditions sent to retrieve them never returned. Eventually a ban was set on forbidding entrance into the forest, but still the foolhardy, the careless, and the defiant were lost to them. Then dark things crept from them to bring terror to the land. Wolves, dead things, even the trees themselves came forth to lay waste to the lands. Misvale was forced to raise militias to defend itself and the surrounding farms. Whilst those armed companies sent to defend against them never returned, they did seem to bring a temporary peace to the land, as if their sacrifice was enough to satisfy the forces against them. Finally, more than 3 centuries ago, a bargain was struck with the land's lords. Every 30 years, on the last day of October, the village would send an armed retinue into the lands beyond. They would walk open-eyed into the oblivion. In return, the lord would forbid his servants from assailing Mistvale. Count Straud von Zarevich was as good as his word, but no more. The forest still teemed with unwholesome life, and prowling beasts, hungering dead, and malicious fauna still stalk the outskirts of the village, while spies of every kind enter at will. However, the village has loyally sent their tribute, and has been spared the devastation the burgomasters of old feared. This generation's tribute has been sent with the blessings of Mistvale. An elf, a human, a half-elf, a tiefling, and a UNT have all heard the call and taken arms against the mists and their foul denizens. So, adventurers, steel yourselves against the terrors beyond and set forth with resolve and fortitude. The land beyond the mists awaits. You leave Mistvale in high spirits. True, dangers lie beyond, from which none but the Vistani have returned to tell. But you have the strength of purpose, and for many, the optimism of youth. The path winds its way through the woods even as the mists envelop you. But the path itself is maintained, whether by the Vistani, by the Lord's agents, or by some art of the land itself. However, as the mists close around, fatigue slowly starts to grip you, and with it, fear. Was this a terrible mistake? You stumble forward until the last thing any of you remember. You awake in a clearing from a sleep none of you remember having. Which I will put on the map for you. 3 of you wake in your bedrolls, 2 in blankets you have never seen before. And even in the darkness, you can see your packs are missing. Glinting in the faint moonlight, you can see a sealed envelope and a letter opener next to it. And far away to the east from whence you came, you hear a single wolf's cry. What would you like to do?
I'll open the letter.
Yeah, first things off, we should make sure we know what it is.
Okay. So the letter is sealed, with a crest, but you're easily able to open it with the letter opener. And if I put that in all of your journals, I assume you're going to read this one aloud. You should now be able to see this. Who would like to read it?
It's just written in common, right?
It's just written in common, yes.
All right, then I'll read it. Greetings, Ashish. Oh, you had to make it so hard to pronounce.
Asislas.
Asislas, Christina, Ari, Kamir, Lucille. I trust my letter finds you in good health. Beyond the gates ahead lies my realm of Barovia. Know that it is by my will that you are here, and only by my will that you may leave. As tributes from the village of Mistvale, you are free to roam these lands without deliberate hindrance from myself or my servants, barring my castle and the lands surrounding it, for as long as I see fit to allow. I cannot promise your safety from all dangers, though, and trust your own resources and sagacity to ensure your survival. Your belongings have been sent ahead of you and may be found on the Aramantha estate. Should you wish to retrieve them, I eagerly await your arrival. Your Lord and Dreadmaster, Straud von Zarovitz. I cannot pronounce things today for some reason. Well, first off, I don't like the Dreadmaster part.
I'm a little bit upset that our belongings have been taken.
Hey, but the guy knew our names.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
They've been
No,
sent
that's not
ahead.
me.
Hmm.
Because assuming we're just tributes, you don't name something you plan on killing. So he's got other plans.
Well, I guess step one is let's head to this estate.
I hope he's not expecting a tip.
Do we even know
Oh, well.
each other?
I'll give him a couple of tips.
Hang on.
Off customer service.
Oh yeah, is this where we're supposed to introduce each other? Hello, everybody. I'm Asislas. I'm a wizard.
I just kind of
For the Arcane Brotherhood.
odd. So am I. Although I would say I am more of a businessman than an adventurer, but I must do what I can for public relations. So here I am.
I'm the Lucille that was mentioned in the letter.
Well, yeah, I'm Erie. It's nice to meet you all.
Christina. Hi.
Anyways, shall we go and retrieve our belongings?
Yes. Pleasantries done.
Well, yes, the only other thing I might ask is that has anyone got a light? I can hear your voices, but I can't currently see your faces.
Huh.
I'm afraid I'm only human.
Sucks to be you.
Stumbling
deep.
around in the dark.
I am going to call out my familiar, Mirak, the Raven, and I'm going to cast light on it as a target.
Okay, so if I get a Raven token out for you, I will make it glimmer. Okay. Right. There's your Raven. You'll be wanting control of that, I imagine.
Although do not see anything at the moment. Oh, there it is.
Okay, and then light is 20 feet of bright, 20, and then a further
20.
20 feet of dim. Can
Yeah,
you see
20.
better now?
No. I'm afraid I still can't see anything.
You're gonna love roll 20s, don't
Ah.
you? Lighting.
There we go. I forgot
There
to
we
give you
go.
vision.
I
Well,
just
I always do.
assumed.
I always forget to give people vision.
I remembered to give all the dark vision characters vision whilst I was giving them dark vision. I must have completely forgot to give you anything at all. Sorry about
No, it's all right.
that.
Raven.
You should be able to see more or less everything in dim light as the moon is faintly shining through the clouds. But you now have some bright light to look about you with. So you can see clearly that the area you're in is next to the path. It seems to run from east to west, and you do have your sleeping packs about you, and Ashislus and Christina are propped against a blackened tree. It seems to have ignited at some point. Hopefully before you all arrived.
Can I do a check to see if it was lightning or magic, or can I tell?
Certainly, you can make a nature check. That'd be fun. Cool. So, having a look about it, it looks to have been the remains of a fairly tall tree, and it doesn't seem to have spread particularly to any of the others. It looks like it probably was the result of lightning rather than arson.
That's cool. Well, luckily there's not a storm at the minute.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. It is cloudy, but it is neither raining nor looking to be stormy.
Is it daylight but just very dark round here, or is it nighttime?
It is currently night, so there is the dim light of the moon, but should that go behind thick enough cloud, you will be plunged into darkness. To the east, you can hear more wolf howls. There is now more than just the one.
I think we should make tracks.
Yep, I completely agree. Let's go.
But
Yep, sounds good
should
to me.
we go to the path, or should we make our way through the wood?
I mean, the path
Yeah.
might as well.
In
It's
my
fair.
experience, if we're avoiding wolves, it's probably better to not travel through the woods.
I'm completely blind. I cannot see anything.
Yes, same. And as a player, not my character.
Oh, good, because I
yeah.
was just checking everyone's tokens now.
Yeah, it's just pure black.
Yep. All I can see is
And move down there to the path.
Certainly.
Follow me. I'm a wizard.
I follow behind you. Are you
Okay.
sure you want to go first? You're welcome to, but I don't. I mean, I know none of us are wearing any armor at this point, but you.
The nasty things sound like they're coming from the east, so I'm heading west.
I'm just saying, would you like anyone to go in front of you? Just in case there's something nasty in the west as well.
Yes, you're welcome to take point. Or we'll get the barbarian to take point. Or maybe we should have the barbarian at the back if the wolves chase us down.
Yeah, I'll take the lead.
I'll be in the center so I can keep our light focused on us.
Oh, I think your lights wandered off. There we go.
Barbarian, you take the lead and the rear. Just keep walking around in a big circle around us.
But yeah, gonna start making my way westwards, kind of away from the wolf howls, into what I'm assuming is hopefully civilization.
Certainly, the wolf howls do seem to be closer than they were before, and seem to be together. You're free to make your way west.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start heading while
Yeah.
keeping kind of within the light, obviously, because otherwise I can't see nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Following. Birdie.
Mm-hmm. So, as you make your way, you can see a set of stone and metal gates. They are marked with the same crest that was on the letter, and there is a symbol of a raven carved on the top. As you approach the gates, they open for you, seeming to let you past.
There's nothing
Yeah.
ominous about this.
Do you know what? Great
Oh.
minds. That's exactly what I was going to say.
I think it's quite nice, guests having your gates open for them.
Am I able to see if there's sort of anyone standing near the gates? Like, has the gates open because there's some kind of guard, or is it just they have sort of creepily opened?
So you cannot see any guards. You are free to make a perception check if you want to check for a concealed guard or some kind of mechanism.
Yeah, I'll have a little perception check. It's a 21.
Cool. So you can be absolutely sure that these gates have opened by themselves, almost certainly by magic. You can also see that concealed near the gates is a bat that appears to be watching you.
Great. Yeah, no, this is definitely definitely a little bit peculiar. There's a bat that's watching us. Didn't think bats did that, but it's definitely what it's doing.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, bats don't watch. They scream at you.
They also, from like my vague kind of understanding of nature, is that they haven't got great eyesight, but this one's definitely watching.
This one's definitely looking at you.
Yeah, it's using its eyes.
I'm happy to say without a check, you know that this would be unusual bat behavior.
I think, Kyle's map isn't working for some reason.
Do you need help?
So the visual settings are the same as everyone else's. Well, everyone else's with dark vision. Okay. Oh. Okay, hang on. I've just had a thought. Hang on. Can you see any better now?
Yeah, there we go. Much better.
I've worked out what I did. I remember I resized your tokens because they were the wrong size at some point, and evidently the image that was being used for those got cleared.
Ah.
There we go.
So nice to be able
Well,
to see.
now we know.
Yeah. Now we know. Nice of you to join us.
You know what? I'm having technical difficulties.
Right, well, creepy bat aside, using eyes, which is not natural. Let's get into town, I guess.
Sounds good to me.
Is this a town?
Yep.
Fair enough.
As much as I can see, it looks like it. It's got gates. It's usually a pretty good
These
sign.
are gates. There is no sign of a town beyond. The forest seems to continue beyond the gates, but it does seem to open up a bit wider into more of a plain in the distance beyond, illuminated by the moon. There is likely to be some settlement beyond, but these are not town gates. These are estate gates.
Right. State gates.
I bring out my National Trust membership card.
Let's keep going.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna scurry
Onwards.
into the estate.
Yeah, as you head for the gates, you can see behind you that the wolves seem to be following you.
Oh,
That's not familiar.
Wolves.
Let's get these gates. So the gates, they're obviously attached to a wall, right? Either side. It's not
They
just
are, yeah.
Yeah. Let's get beyond these gates and maybe let's give them a close.
Every town has a guard, right? Or has a watch group, right?
Yeah. So you
Can't
run
see
through the gates as the wolves approach. As the last of you get through the gates, then the gates do close behind you, trapping the wolves on the east side. But of course, trapping you on the west. You hear the flutter, presumably of the bat, and you can all see something watching you from the top of the gates as
Oh,
you
what is-
make your way westward.
Can we tell what's watching us? is it the bat
You believe it to be? Oh, you'd believe it to be the same bat from before.
Oh, fair enough.
As
I'll
in,
wave.
it's just flew down from the ground to the top of the gate.
It can't hurt to wave if it was watching us.
Hmm. And with the wolves on the other side, you are free to continue westward. So the path, as you've seen, is maintained, and it does continue through the forest and then widen into the plain. In the far distance, probably several dozen miles, faintly illuminated by the moon, you can see what looks like it could be a village, but it would take you some time to reach there. Much closer, you can see another light source. It looks to be coming from some kind of house. This would probably only be a mile or two away.
That's probably the or
The letter said that our belongings were on an estate, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
the Aramantha estate.
Should we check out the house?
I mean, I think that makes sense. That seems to be the best guess. Yeah.
Take a shot. One could say we're taking a shot in the dark.
They certainly could.
Okay. So you're able to walk the mile or two to this estate. It would probably only take you half an hour. So this house is about. It looks to be 3 floors and an attic. There are some outbuildings that seem quiet. Things like a stables. Although you can't see any horses in it. But the house itself is lit up. And if I put you on, can you? Are all 5 of you able to see, or do I need to?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's. Is it the same to?
Oh,
Yeah.
now I can't.
I
Yes,
can't.
you've disappeared completely. Yeah. You'll
Oh,
be
now
back.
I can.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. I hate Roll20 at times. It just never wants to play ball, does it?
It's all right. But yeah,
Should be
you can see the house ahead.
Still
It's lit.
visionless. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. It's because I copied the tokens, didn't I? And therefore copied their mistakes.
Brilliant. Ooh, I can see now.
There we go.
I can see part
But
of it.
yes, you can see that there is there was a porch area, and there is of course the rest of the ground floor. You're not disturbed in any way as you come up. The wolves show no signs of following you, but also no one from the house comes for you either. And
I'll
this
knock.
house seems to keep no dogs.
I would like to knock on the door, try to figure out if there's anyone in the house.
Okay. So as you so you knock, and presently the door opens, and you can see a servant. It seems to be a serving woman, and she says to you, are you guests of the master?
No, madam, we are looking for the Aramantha estate. Do you happen to know where that would be?
This is the Aramantha house.
Ah, wonderful. I'm going to pull out the letter and hand it to her. We were told to come here as our belongings were sent ahead of us. By any chance, would you know where we would collect them?
She looks at the letter, and says, I have no knowledge of that. I'm just the nanny. Why don't you come in, and I'll talk to the master.
Yes.
Well, that would be wonderful. Thank you kindly.
Okay. So she lets you in. I hope you haven't travelled far.
Oh no, only a couple of miles.
So she opens the door to lead you into a wide hallway, where there is a fire blazing. It says, "Oh, why don't you make yourselves at home in the dining room?" And
Well, thank you.
What direction would that be?
she opens the door, leading you to a table piled with food.
Excellent.
Thank you kindly.
Now just check it's not poisoned.
Don't be
Sorry to be rude, but
Back in the
we here against our will, kind of.
Mhm. So when you say checking plants poison, do you mean like with the detect poison or disease spell, or are you just making some kind of investigation check?
Yeah, just a sniff.
Wouldn't it be
Okay.
Try a tiny bit.
That's a good question. Would it be nature or survival?
I'm just going for investigation because it's like prepped food.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on what exactly you're checking for.
Mhm.
No, I'm gonna stuff my face.
Oh,
I'm hungry.
oh.
Who knows? So the servant leaves. You can hear her ascending the stairs.
We didn't ask if we could
Okay.
eat, but never mind. I'm hungry.
Well, the servant made no effort to stop you. Now that you're inside, there we go. So several minutes pass, and there's no sign of the servant's return. So I know Ashishlus is eating. What is everyone else doing?
I am also going to eat.
Eerie is not going to eat because Eerie is suspicious of well-made food.
Oh, the food is
Mhm.
good.
That's why I'm suspicious.
Yeah, I'm not going to take part in the food, but I'm going to kind of wander over to a window and see if I can kind of see out and see if I can see much of the garden or like any of our kind of surroundings.
I think Ailey's just gonna like look at all the furniture. This isn't really the sort of place that she's used to, so she's curious.
Hmm. Okay, so we've got two people eating. Lucille's looking out the window. Is Erie looking around the room or sort of looking
Yeah.
around? Yeah, okay, looking in the room. Perfect.
Just generally.
And
yeah.
what's Christina doing?
Just kind of like I'm just poking at the food.
Okay. So we'll resolve Lucille's action first. So you're looking out the window. The grounds seem to be fairly well maintained. Can you make me a perception check, please?
Certainly can. Not great. 16.
Okay. So
Oh.
as you look at the grounds, you can see that they have been maintained, but there's something not quite right about them to you. They look quite different to the grassland you saw on your way in. It is very much a case of here the grass is greener. But in a way that doesn't seem quite natural.
Okay, I just kind of frown a little bit. I mean, I'm not a massive expert on grass, but I'm going to kind of take like a mental note that it just seems a bit weird.
One of the trees also looks suspicious. Half of it is, well maintained, and the other half, which we might describe as the outer half, it looks completely dead. You're able to see that at the edge of your vision.
Yeah, again, I'm kind of taking a mental note, and I'm just going to kind of turn to the rest of the group. Is anyone a little bit more clued up on things like trees and grass than I might be?
Yes.
Because
trees. I love grass.
It's
I work with the. Why would I be good with trees?
I don't know. It might be someone's an expert on trees. Because there's some weird looking nature outside.
Oh, let me have a look.
Cool. So yeah, you can also have a look. If you want to repeat the perception check, you can. You could also make a nature check to see if you know why this tree is suspicious. So I mean, you can definitely tell it shouldn't be doing that, but you're not sure why half of it seems to be in good condition and the other half appears to be dead. What were you looking around at, by the way, whilst you were doing your
Just
search?
it's less that she's looking for something, or she's never really been in a place like this, so she's just like admiring everything.
Okay. Oh well, that's all right. So yeah, there's a laid table, chandelier from the on the roof that seems lit. You got the fireplace, nice and warm. And of course you got the food pile high, which the boys are eating. Okay. For those who are eating, so that would be Asishlas, Camilla, and Christina. Can you all make me wisdom saves? As Christina said she was only picking, hers may be made with advantage.
I didn't say picking, I was just like poking at it, so not actually eating it.
Oh, poking it. Okay, yeah, don't worry then.
Ugh.
14.
Okay.
It's early on. It might only. It might be all right.
Maybe this is a one-time thing. Sweating.
Yeah.
Okay, so Asislus is certainly, enjoying the food. But Kamir, on the other hand, without warning, starts stuffing his face with absolutely everything. It's enough to, put Asislus off his appetite, actually. He's
Right.
certainly not going to advance beyond the prodding stage after that. And shortly after he finishes, the food seems to change. The food reveals itself to be thoroughly rotten, completely spoilt, mold growing on it. The bread is infested with weevils.
It just gives
I
you some.
imagine
Hey, that's some good protein.
Yeah.
whilst Asislus, didn't eat enough, and his natural constitution is able to prevent him from suffering ill effects from the little he ate. Kamira, I'm afraid you are poisoned.
Where's the bathroom?
Yeah, where's this woman gone?
You think we should investigate?
I mean, I don't know how house customs are. Is it rude to just go wandering around someone's house?
I'm afraid I can't help him here. I can poison him some more, but I can't take it away.
I'd prefer if you didn't. Just so you know, typically they don't serve rotten food to guests.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I was going to say, I feel like this is kind of we're kind of beyond what's appropriate, given that they've fed us, or fed at least Kamir here rotten food.
Manners born out.
Those who are looking out the window, you can see that the grounds have changed. The grass is dead. So the trees are dead. The grass is overgrown. It now matches some of the outside that you saw on the way in. The tree that was half alive and half dead is now revealed to be completely dead.
Oh, well, that's unhealthy, but it makes more sense.
Also, I don't believe things like that die, in an instant. I want to find this woman, and I'm going to kind of head towards the door.
Certainly, there are two doors leading out. The one that's open, and there's another closed one here.
Yeah, I'm going to go out the open one, just to where we kind of came in. And as I get out, I'm going to go, "Excuse me, is anyone here?"
I'll come to. I'll just have
you
another
hear
couple of bread
no
rolls on the way
reply?
out.
No, sorry, no reply.
Yeah, you get no reply.
Okay, so in the kind of hallway, I can kind of see, obviously, there's stairs going up.
Yes, yeah. So the stairs going up. There's another door here, which you'd believe would go back to the dining room. There's also a door here and a door here.
Do you want to?
Right.
Or do you want to check out downstairs first?
And we heard the sort of serving woman. She went upstairs, didn't she?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Well, we know that the only other person that's potentially here went upstairs, so maybe it's worth going straight up. But then at the same time, our belongings could just be in a cupboard down here. I'm going to go to this door and try and open it.
Certainly. So the door opens without issue. So there we go. So you can see into what appears to be a front room. There's a stag's head mounted on the fireplace, which is not lit. You can see that the one in the hall and the dining room also seems to have extinguished. There were a couple of chairs set next to the extinguished fireplace. and a table set with 4 chairs, along with 2 cabinets. You can also see 3 stuffed wolves and a bearskin rug.
And not a
Um,
big
so-
fan of animals.
I mean, it's typical hunting decor, I guess. What do
Hmm.
the 2 cabinets look like?
So the this cabinet here, appears to be unlocked, and it would just open up. There is also a cabinet here that is locked. There is a scrap of paper on top of it. The lock itself appears to be. You know how a safe has like a knob.
Yeah.
It would be one of those with numbers written from 1 to 0. Well, from 0 to 9. There we go. 0 to 9.
Guys,
It's a binary lock.
Yeah.
this is cabinet. Does anyone know how to code?
Could I
I don't know how to code, but I might be able to.
could I reach the paper that's on top of the wardrobe?
Certainly. So the one that's on top of the the locked cabinet, it is some pictures on it. I suppose you would call them stickmen. The on the paper you can see a stick figure holding a sword is standing sort of back to back with another figure who looks to be concealing a large bag of something, presumably money. Then there's a gap, another stick figure with a sword, then another gap, and there is a stick figure with what appears to be a bowl that is being that is being lifted. And then next to that, you can see a stick figure who appears to be working an anvil.
So, man with sword next to man with sack of money.
Yeah. So if I do,
Gap, man with sword. And then gap, did you say man with bowl?
yep.
I'm glad you're saying these are only stick figures. What was after
Yeah.
the man with the bowl?
A man with a hammer and an anvil. There we go. If I put it
Communist.
on the roll 20,
And that's a sickle, isn't it?
perhaps.
With a sickle and with a hammer and an anvil.
There's also the single word safe written on this paper.
Oh no, there's chavs living here. Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
think
look inside this.
might be the code, but I don't know how to read it.
Can I look inside this other cabinet?
Certainly. So as you do so, you can see that this cabinet is unlocked. It is a set of dice and 4 glasses of wine. It also has a piece of paper that seems to have a strange story, which written in common. So if you would read that aloud, I can put it in everyone's journal.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I'm gonna-
entitled "The Rogue and Their Coin."
Rogue and their.
Doesn't need a coin.
A rogue once found themselves in need of coin. At once they thought of the swashbuckler, but she had already given her coin to the philanthropist's cause. The trader was a thrifty man who was unlikely to lend anything, whilst the rogue had an unrepaid and unforgiven loan from the merchant already. The guild artisan would have slain the rogue on sight after their 5-finger discount had been discovered the last time they met. The beggar would have no coin if they were not already 6 feet under. The rogue decided to visit the thief, who was having the 7 bells beaten out of her by the tax collector after she stole and ate his lunch. The pair decided to burgle the miser's house and lifted off the whole 9 yards. Now the rogue was the master of the coins they so needed as suited them.
Okay. Right. Train unlikely to run. So that's the artisan.
5-finger, 6
Loan
feet
from the
under
merch.
6. 5, 6, 7, 9. Try 5, 6, 7, 9.
Yeah, I'll try that on the obviously safe kind of dial.
Did you get there that quick?
Okay.
Well, I personally, out of character, I do a lot of, or I enjoy doing escape rooms. So
Okay.
when you get a lot of words
Similar,
like this, first thing that immediately comes to mind is there a lock? If there is, look for numbers in the text.
Okay, so you put in 5, 6, 7, 9. The safe doesn't seem to respond. As you put these in, looking at the safe, it seems to take 5 numbers.
Right.
As in you would the combination appears to be a 5-digit number.
Okay, so that then
No, you're right.
fits the note about the man with the sword. Man with money.
Philanthropist. Creator, maybe. Guild artisan.
Yeah.
Beggar is dead. At the
Oh, jeez.
6.
first 2.
Is it one of those things that's going to be really stupidly easy when you actually get the answer?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So please excuse me, I managed to spill wine all over my desk.
Oh, that's fine. I thought you were saying G's at us struggling with it.
This is like a riddle for a 5-year-old. How have you not already got it?
5-finger just 6 feet under.
Guild artist.
7.
So we've got, So the guy with I'm saying 6 for the person with the bowl, 5 for the artisan, the one with the hammer and the anvil.
Yeah.
So, but swashbuckler, it says wouldn't. So we got sword and trade. So you got swashbuckler and trade there together, but it says already given her coin.
No, I
she's
think
already
the
given
one with the philanthropist.
I don't think there's a philanthropist on here.
No. At once they thought of the swashbuckler, but she had already given her coin to the philanthropist's cause.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking maybe a 0 for the first person with a sword. But that's supposed to be one number, isn't it? No, it's not. It's supposed to be 2 numbers. Because there's 5. We're looking for a 5 thing. Yeah.
Maybe it is 0, 5, 6, 7, 9.
Or maybe the thief is the first person with the sword, and the tax collector's the one with the bag of money.
Try 05679.
Yeah, I tried this 5679, but with 0 first.
Okay, 05678 9.
Yep.
Okay, so it now seems like that the safe has takes the number but doesn't open. It appears to be an incorrect combination. As you
7.
As you look
07.
closely at the note, you can see that certain words are printed slightly differently. Like they've been
Swashbuckler,
certain
philanthropist,
words are more prominent.
merchant.
So 1.
Person 5. Beggar 6.
2.
7. Wait, hold up. 56789. Wow. Try 56789.
I'll try it. But,
56789 is rejected.
No. Okay, so at this point we know that Swashbuckler is 1, Philanthropist is 2, Trader 3, Merchant 4, Guild Artisan 5, Beggar 6, Thief 7, Tax Collector 8, and then
Miser.
Miser is 9. So then we just decide which one we think is the man with the sword, man with money, man with sword again, man with bowl, man with anvil.
1, 2, 4.
I think because of the sword and the money being together, they'd be the swashbuckler and the philanthropist 1 and 2. Man with the sword, possibly the thief.
Unless it's 1 again.
No.
Yeah, unless it's a swashbuckler.
The two stick figures with the sword look identical. As in, they look as if they've been designed to look the same.
All right, so buckler, philanthropist, buckler. The bowl would probably be the guild artisan. Then the anvil would be the miser. So 1, 2, 1, 5, 9.
Put that in.
Okay, so you put that in. The save doesn't respond. Having a closer, it doesn't open. Having a look at the stick figures, you can see that the stick figure with money, seems to be holding the bag towards them, rather than holding it outstretched as you would expect from a philanthropist.
So it's either the merchant or the tax collector.
Trader, maybe?
The trader's, I suppose, thrifty, yeah.
Hang on.
13159.
1.
I'm not convinced about. So 1, 3, 1, and then bowl. Could arguably also be the beggar. Beggars often have bowls or like some kind of receptacle for coins. Could also be the tax collector, given that it's if the bowl's empty, their lunch was stolen. Then the anvil.
The bowl looks to be like a shallow bowl rather than like an eating bowl.
Can I try
Okay, cool.
18165?
Sorry.
Hold up.
Pun?
No. Miser is a person who hoards wealth and spends as little money as possible.
So I heard a combination. What was the combination?
18165?
Okay,
Right.
so as you do that, the safe nearly opens.
Okay.
It looks like you've it looks like you've got 4 out of 5.
1316.
I did 18165. So
We'll try
one
191. Then the last numbers were what, 6 and
5.
5.
Okay, and so with 19165, the safe opens.
There we go.
So close.
What's in it? Hopefully something interesting.
Yeah, so inside you can see 3 crossbows, 1 light, 1 heavy, and 1 hand. There is also 20 bolts of ammunition for each, and there is also a vial of holy water inside. You would recognize it. I'm just going to say you'd recognize it on sight because it glows a bit.
I know that. That is from the Arcane Brotherhood. I need that bottle.
Okay, so are we thinking this is some of our possessions? I mean, I normally carry a crossbow with me. Does anyone else?
They don't
I
look
didn't
like
have
your
it before.
possessions, and
Right.
I don't think any of you had a heavy crossbow, but that is what you find in the safe.
Okay, well, we might as well take it with us. It might come in use. Anyone can anyone use these?
I can use the light.
Okay. Hand you a light crossbow.
I think from memory, everyone can use the light. Lucille and Christina can use the hand crossbow, and Christina can use the heavy crossbow.
And I know what this cleansing vial does, don't I?
You do.
I do, yes. It's like, look at this. This first one's mine, and I'll make myself a healing potion.
Yeah,
Just
so
showing
you
off.
are. You're able to use the vial to pour one out.
Yeah.
I presume you get like one of the glasses, wine glasses, or something to pour it out in, rather than just on the floor.
That's a good point. I didn't think of having something that would you'd contain it. Is there anything around that would?
Yeah. There were 4.
Yeah,
there were 4 wine glasses in the unlock cupboard.
Okay. Yeah, I'll grab a wine glass. Right, I must remember not to spill this.
Yeah. Oh, Christina, do you want the heavy crossbow? Just for now.
Yeah, I'll take
In
that.
case
I can use the hand crossbow. Although I've got a weapon. Can anyone else use the hand crossbow?
I think in terms of proficiency, it's you or Christina.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, actually, I've just remembered. What was your name again? Come here. Drink this
Yes.
weird liquid I've just poured out.
why?
Because I say so. I'm a wizard.
Are you?
You look a bit peaky. This will help.
You know what? Fine.
What have you got to lose? You just shoved your face with rotten food.
Hey, we aren't going to bring that up. I drank the whole thing in one gulp.
Cool. All sickness leaves you.
Hey,
I suppose you also regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points,
nice.
but that's the main one. You are no longer poisoned.
And I'm assuming that 2d4 plus 2 would not go as temporary hit points.
I'm afraid not.
Alright. Well, it's something.
Well, I think if we're done in this room, we might as well
There's
carry on. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
kind of like one last look around the room to see if there's anything interesting, and then I'm gonna head out.
No worries. I think you found the main points of interest.
This might be a really weird request. But temporarily, seeing as she doesn't have a weapon, can she attempt to snap one of the antlers off?
Oh, and use that as an improvised club.
weapon.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Do you want me to do a?
In fact, not an improvised club. You can use it as a regular club.
Do you want me to do
you know,
a strength,
proficiency
or
to
is she
boot.
just going to be able to just pick it up
Um,
easily?
it's all right. No one's gonna. Yeah, it's all right. You can get that off. You might have to put your knee to it. But you are able to get it off.
Thank you.
I don't think we're gonna need to call for a check.
We get that back to a market. You can sell it for a high price. It looks quite dear.
Oh my gosh.
Eerie, not smart enough to get that you just made a joke.
Wow.
Like, she's looking at it like, do you think so?
I'm gonna step upstairs.
You don't want to do the last room?
We can
I'll
head
follow
on
you.
our way.
Yeah,
No
if everyone
worries.
else is
So-
going up.
I'll put you on.
Alright.
Whoosh!
Okay, I'll put you on the stairs. As you reach the top of the stairs, are you all going up, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. So as you all as you reach the top of the stairs, you can hear some sounds coming from from this door. There appears to be the sounds of heavy breathing. A woman crying out in pain, and another woman saying, "Push!"
No.
Ugh.
I do not like this. I already don't like this. Also,
Oh,
my character.
well, that would explain why
Wheels
the
in one
nanny
bit.
disappeared.
We wanting to investigate that, or should we just
Oh,
leave them to
Either
it?
way, let's try and not be too loud because this is already a traumatic process as it is.
Should be loud enough. In fact, it would remind me when
Okay.
my son's born if we just like fill the room with random people. That's out of character. That's narcissistless.
As for the landing itself, you can see that the stairs do continue up here, and there is a set of double doors here and here. The room also has one dead fireplace and 4 statues that look like suits of armor wearing helmets shaped like wolves.
Stina,
Mhm.
touch the armor. Poke it.
No, thank you.
I'm gonna move more in the middle.
I can't move at all.
So my
Fine.
token seems to be stuck.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so okay. So I put a thing on it so you couldn't clip through the outside of the house, and I think it's stuck you. Can you move now?
Yeah, I can.
I move there and then.
Because I assumed it was something to do with Roll20 being irritating.
It's always Roll20 being irritating. So do you want the south door open?
Yes, I'm gonna open it.
Okay. So looking inside, you can see that there's a room with chairs, another dead fireplace, and there is a piano and a harp that seem in relatively good condition. Most likely playable.
I'm gonna step in.
Okay. As you do so, you can faintly hear movement coming from under the piano.
I look
along.
underneath.
Okay. So, getting down to look underneath, you can see that a small dog is curled underneath the piano.
Doggy.
You cannot make any more out. Not with the rest of the piano being in the way.
2 meals in one day. Everything's turning up hazardless.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it at all.
Oh,
as
touch
we're-
The dog
Is-
appears to be alive.
Can I call the dog? See if I can convince it to stop hiding under the piano.
Good. Can you make me an animal handling check, please?
Wow, I'm really
The
just
dog has
rolling
no,
the exact same numbers.
The dog is not coaxed out, I'm afraid.
Can I
I'm
have
gonna
a
cast
go?
Mage. Try to calm it down.
I could cast Speak with Animals.
Just before I step into the room, are the noises from the other room still, can you still hear the kind of like the noises from the women in the other room?
No, you can only hear them if you get close to the door.
Okay.
So at this distance, you cannot.
Okay. I'm gonna step in the room.
Absolutely fine.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to pet the dog. Try to calm it down so it'll come out.
Okay. So you are able to pet the dog. It does not seem particularly calmed by the presence of a disembodied hand. But it doesn't bite the hand that pets it.
Can I roll to
If
try
you
to
want to
coax
make
it
an
out?
animal handling check, to try and okay. Yeah, so
Wow, that hit.
we've had two attempts, both have failed. It looks like something will have to be done to get the dog out.
I could try cast and Speak with Animals.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're casting it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so you're able to cast the spell, and yep, you can try to speak to the dog if you wish.
She's just gonna crouch down, like not too close, and just be like, "Hello, little one. Are you okay hiding under there?"
You hear a weak voice. Well, the others hear a yip, but you hear a weak voice say, "Food."
Food. I guess she's just gonna pat her pockets. I don't think she has any, does she? We don't really have
I'm
any of our
afraid
stuff, no.
not, unless you took any from downstairs.
That seems like a
Um,
bad thing to be doing.
The dog
mm.
face or in the
She's gonna turn around to everyone and be like, "Does anyone have any food? Preferably food that is not rotten."
I
I'll
mean,
get to eat rotten food. At the
Well,
end of it.
I have rations with the rest of my gear if we can find it.
I guess she'll turn back to it and say, "Well, we lost a lot of the things that we have, but I know that if we can find it, there will be food there. Do you want to come along with us until we can find it, or stay hidden here?"
Okay. So you have offered it the chance of food.
Mhm.
So you can remake the animal handling check. Without food, it is still a regular check. But you can try and coax it back out. There we go. So with that, you are able to coax the dog out from under the piano. So the yeah,
I was
so the
expecting-
Yeah, I was expecting like a tiny little rat kind of thing, not a mastiff.
well, I mean, small and medium creatures use the same token size.
Fair enough.
But consider this a small creature. But otherwise with the stats of a mastiff, and this this dog does come out, pour at you and say, "Food," in a questioning tone. The
Oh,
rest of you
we
can all see that
try.
it is extremely lean and looks to have not eaten for days.
Well, we can try. I mean, there is kind of some food downstairs, but it's very bad food. It might make you sick if you eat it.
Do you fancy some placenta?
Oh.
No.
Oh,
He's just,
trash.
Amy's just going to turn around and went, actually, what a fantastic idea.
The dog doesn't know what placenta is, but it hears the offer of something and responds enthusiastically.
Well, we have two options. We find our stuff, which we need to do no matter what, and I can give you some of my food, or someone is having a baby, and usually there is stuff that comes out with the baby that's really good for you to eat.
The dog
I-
seems somewhat puzzled by the complex ideas you have been conveying, but seems to nod enthusiastically. You are
Yeah.
probably unsure whether it plans to eat the placenta or the baby, but it does seem to realise something has been offered to it that sounds edible.
Okay, well, stick close by us and we'll make sure that you get some food in you.
I'm going to step out and open up the other door.
What, the one with the bird thing?
Well,
No,
yeah.
the other doors, the ones without the birthing noises. Okay, let's get these open. Oop, there we go. So this room appears to be a library. So yeah, a couple of chairs, dead fireplace. You can also see that there is a nice desk laid out, and there are rows of books.
Can I investigate the books? See if there's anything interesting there. I mean, I don't have good investigation, but I like books.
Certainly. Yeah, feel free to make an investigation check.
Nope.
It is.
No, so you are able to to have a look at the at the books. Some of the books seem to be of genealogy. There were a few that looked to be vaguely historical tomes. Some that seem to be works of fiction. And there were some that seem to be more like of a cultural interest. There's one of the complete operas of Handel.
That's kind of out of place.
can I check out the desk?
Can I?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing.
Certainly. So
I
while
can
he's
look.
looking at the books, yeah, you can. You're free to have a look at the desk. So the desk itself has some things piled atop it, and of course it is desk drawers which are unlocked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna
Oh,
root through
sorry. You
them
don't
drawers.
need to make
I don't mean to roll.
an investigation for that. So there we go. On top of it, you can find an oil lamp containing oil but currently unlit, a jar of ink, a quill pen, a tinderbox, and a letter kit, which I'll put in the chat. So that's what you can see atop the desk. And I'm just getting up what you can see inside. Yeah, so inside the desk, you can see a tattered piece of sheet music titled Song for Elizabeth. And there's also, a handwritten note next to it that says, "A musician's words can open the way."
Can I?
The rest of the drawer seems to be filled with like receipts of various kinds.
I have like a feel around to see if there's any kind of like false bottoms to the drawers, or I've been around a little bit. I know that people tend to kind of like hide stuff.
Oh, go for it.
Do you want to do an investigation?
Yes, please.
13.
Okay, so you're able to satisfy yourself that this thing doesn't appear to have any false drawers. You do notice that the receipts, as you're looking through, seem to be for some, fairly specific items, as well as the usual household stuff. There's also, quite a number of them for things like candles, daggers, and incense, which is more than you'd normally expect from a household to have.
Will I be aware that they found the sheet music?
If they
Definitely.
tell you they found the sheet music, then you are aware.
Yeah, there's a piano in the other room. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Same,
I go
but
and try and bang out the tune on a piano.
Hey, who knows?
well,
I could do
before
it.
we leave, does anyone
Oh, yeah.
need
Wanna
any of the bits that's on the desk? Ink, quill, that kind of thing. Does anyone need anything?
I do think that possibly a tinderbox might be a good idea.
Yeah, I was thinking the tinderbox and the
Someone
oil
should-
lamp.
Yeah, someone should take those things. Just there's never any harm in having stuff like that on us.
Yeah,
As my dog's going, I'll be right back.
yeah.
Lucy!
I'm gonna grab the oil lamp and the tinderbox, just in case we need them. But then I guess we're heading over to the other room to play the piano.
Okay. There we go. So you with the you're able to easily put the song sheet on the piano. I think only one of you is proficient in a musical instrument, and I know it's not the piano. But you can nevertheless have a go trying to play it. You can either make a dexterity performance check to try and play the notes as best you can, or you can do a charisma performance check to at least try and play something as best you can.
I'm all right at performance, unless anybody's very good at performance.
Nope.
I'm not really a music person.
I'm just gonna whack it down and just like get me snake finger things out and go for it.
But what I will do is I will summon Remac, and have him give you help action.
Ah, thank you.
Okay. I'm trying to
Hey,
think what.
Hey,
I'm
what do you know?
absolutely banging out that tune.
Excellent, which means I'm spared from thinking, what is Bremac doing to help you? So that's fine. You are able to play this song.
Yeah, I just look like a snake version of Billy Joel right now.
It's a bit of a slow piece, but as you play it, after a time, the piano seems to start playing the tune without any input from you, and you can see spiritual figures start to fill the room. There are, various guests whose faces seem to blank away as you look away from them. But there's also a family whose faces don't do so. You can see that there is, an elven man, a high elf, standing next to a human woman, with two half-elven children, probably about the ages of 8 and 10, a boy and a girl. You can also see that there is another human woman sitting to the side, cradling a newborn baby. The baby also has elven features.
Hmm.
As the piano plays, the figures seem to dance around the room. They take no mind of you.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Big thing comes to me is that a musician's words may open the way. We played the music, but you haven't necessarily triggered whatever is meant to happen. So I'm gonna try to interact with the ghost that does not fade away from us.
Okay, so that would be either the four family members or the woman sitting with the baby.
I'm gonna do the family members with the no with the that were on the shopping list. That leads me to think there were some occult activities going on, possible victims. I'm gonna walk up to them and say, "Pardon me, I'm terribly sorry to interrupt, but would it be possible for me to have a word with you for a moment?"
The the elven male steps forward and says to you, "How may I help you?"
Well, see, we were recently sent here as a tribute to uh, Von Zarovich, and we were told that our gear would be here, but we have not been able to find it. I was wondering if possibly you know of any hidden rooms or storage areas that could possibly be where they were housed.
Many adventuring parties come this way. The Count calls for them every 10 years.
Yes, and we were the group for this year.
I have never been asked to store them before. The elf seems to be confused.
No, do you know of any storage areas in the building?
There are the stables outside, I suppose.
Wonderful, thank you for your assistance.
Wait, what happens to the other tributes every 10 years?
I'd assume they leave, they get killed. Who knows what?
The elf turns to you and says, "The Count does as he sees fit. Usually, they join the March of the Dead."
Oh.
Plus, thank you very much for your input.
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
No,
And at this point, I'd like to go over and see if I can see if there's any kind of like hidden switches on the piano. It's like, oh, okay, we played the music. That was the obvious choice, like to kind of open up potentially like a hidden doorway. So now I'm like, okay, let's find the switch, and I'm gonna see if I can kind of find anything that would kind of
Oh,
open.
yeah, you can make an investigation check if you'd like.
Cool, thank you. Not better than a 10. 11 is not better than a 10. Well, it is, but it's a 14.
Okay, so yeah, from doing that, you're satisfied that the piano doesn't have any mechanical skullduggery. In fact,
Okay.
I think you're probably aware that either the piano is enchanted or haunted. Not
Or both.
that there's necessarily a great difference between those things.
Yeah.
I think you suspect that the words refer to somewhere else.
Okay.
Where else may a musician's words be?
on the sheet music.
Wait,
Or in a
Lyrics on?
library.
didn't you say that there was a book of someone's like
Oh,
play?
Handel's operas. But
Yeah.
I just thought you just added that in on the spur of the moment because Handel's an Earth composer and he didn't do operas. I don't think.
Oh, he did. He did.
Oh,
he
did he?
did.
Well,
He did
they-
like some Italian operas, but a lot of those have been forgotten. But yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go back to the library and see if I can find that book. Just to double check musicians' words. I'm like, let's just pull the book off the shelf.
Okay. So you you go back to the library. You pull out the book. It seems to stick, and then the whole bookshelf seems to come away, revealing a space beyond.
So here,
There you go.
a team. Um,
Oh, I was
I found
playing.
something.
Coming.
Better.
I'm gonna
So
cautiously
inside,
make my way in.
inside you can see some more bookshelves. There is also a chest with a dead body sprawled before it. The body is wearing studded leather armor, but has several darts stuck in the leather. The body does not move
Okay,
and looks to have been dead for some time.
I'm gonna turn to the others. Just if you mind out of the way, this is kind of my thing, and I'm gonna check for traps.
Cool. Investigation check, please.
Oh God, 7.
Okay, so you're pretty sure that the chest must be trapped in some way to for this guy to be dead, but you can't find a trap on the chest.
Okay, I'm gonna tell everyone to kind of move out of the way. Like, fairly sure a trap is gonna go off. I'm gonna try and open this chest.
I'm literally hiding behind the bookcase, which is behind the wall.
Yeah, that's a great idea. If you
Wait, take a moment.
just
Take a moment.
Shoot
Which
it.
way are? Which way did the bolts pierce the body? Was it so that it would have fired from one of the walls?
So so that it would have fired from the chest itself.
I am going to cast Frostbite, targeting the wall. Try to cover it in a thin layer of ice so that if anything does shoot, the momentum is stopped.
so the darts look like they've come from the chest.
They do, yeah.
So to save you wasting a spell, it's definitely the chest.
It's definitely the
Cantrip.
chest. I mean, it's judging by the angle of the body, it must have come from the chest. I suppose potentially it could have come from the wall behind, but it's most likely to have been the chest.
All right, if you are sure about this.
Fairly. And then I'm gonna open the chest.
Okay.
Ready to kind of
So-
dodge out of the way.
Absolutely. So you open the chest and fling yourself to the ground. You hear a click. And nothing happens. The chest opens. As the chest opens, you can clearly see, now that it's been opened, that there was a mechanism used to fire darts. Looking at it, you can see that it is unloaded. It must have shot its shot
Okay, in which
and
case
never been restocked.
I'm gonna take a little look in the chest and see what we've found.
Okay. So inside the chest, you can find. Let's see. Okay, you can find. There's three blank books inside. There's 3 scrolls that I know you can't read, and I just need to check who can. And there looks to be some deeds, including a signed will. And you can also find an opened envelope with the letter still inside.
I'm gonna pull it all out.
The-
Like, sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
No, I was just going to say I'm going to pull it all out and I'm going to kind of carry it over to the desk and kind of put it out for everyone to see and be like, well, these 3 are empty. These are scrolls. That's a will. That's a letter.
What languages
Okay.
were we looking for?
They're all written in common.
Oh, sorry, I thought you
The
said.
will is written in Elvish and Common. But you know, anyone who is fluent in both of those languages can tell you that they're both the same. And the deeds themselves are written in Common. And I'll pop the letter in your journals. If I show you that. Can everyone see that letter now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going
Yep.
online.
Certainly can.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Oh. Okay, so the family there, I think that high elf had his end away with somebody else. Who was that woman with the baby?
And Straud clearly wasn't a fan.
No.
And they obviously wanted salvation from something.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, that's that, I guess.
Mm.
The scrolls, are they in Elvish as well, or?
So they are, broadly speaking, written in, I guess, magic language. They one of them, Eri can tell you is a spell scroll of protection from poison. The other 2 are indecipherable to all of you.
You should have
All
had
of us.
that scroll
Wow,
before,
wow,
come here.
even the wizard?
Yeah,
Even the wizard, I'm afraid.
Which wizard?
Even the wizards. Very, very, very true. Very true.
Well, none of us have any kind of storage carrying device. But I feel like we should take these with us.
Pockets.
I was about to say you've got pockets.
But 3 scrolls and some books, you're not going to get all of that in your pockets.
taking one of those books.
Mm.
Okay, well,
Suppose you could also see if our good friend the corpse had anything to carry things
True.
away with.
Yeah, I'll just go and quickly do a once over on the body.
Cool.
Probably not grabbing the studded leather if it's already been damaged. But yeah, I'll just do a once over.
Okay, that's fine. So the corpse at this point is too decayed to tell exactly what kind of humanoid it was, but humanoid you reckon it was. If you wanted to recover the studded leather, you can. Because it's damaged, it will function as -1 studded leather, so 11 plus dex. They were also carrying a mundane scimitar, and as you have and if you have a look through, you can find that they did have a backpack. It is empty. It looks like they intended to fill it, shall we say?
Yeah. I'll grab the studded leather -1, the scimitar, and the rucksack or backpack, whatever we want to call it. Kind of wander out and be like, right, carrying device, so we can put the bits in. There is this don't know if anyone wants to wear it. So kind of hold out the studded leather. And then this, if anyone can use this, and put the sickle on the table.
You mean the scimitar?
Scimitar, sorry, yes.
Nope, all useless to me.
Same.
It just waves her deer antler.
Well, we can always put it in the rucksack, I guess, just in case. Might as well.
Yeah.
First
The
things first.
studded leather, I mean, it will effectively function as leather armor if anyone proficient in light armor does want to wear it. And anyone proficient in leather workers' tools who has the tools to hand could try to fix it.
That sounds very much like somebody I know.
Who would that be?
Okay. Yes. Actually, I think I could fix that if I had the tools to hand.
Okay, well,
I'll pitch that.
Can anyone wear this?
Nope.
Does anyone want to wear this?
I will wear it.
Okay. Didn't think wizards wore armor, but okay.
Apparently, I'm proficient
Oh.
in it, and I have leather's workers' tools.
He's highly trained.
Someone has a hobby.
Yes.
Nice, guys. Yes, that's true. Everyone does have a hobby.
Hobby.
But yeah, I'll hand over the.
This man clearly likes wearing leather.
Yep.
I don't trust it.
Me or the
If
armor.
you just put it in your inventory as leather, and just note that if you repair it, we'll get it changed to studded leather.
Will do. I mean, I already have leather armor. Shall I just put a note on that's in my missing backpack? Because I doubt I'm going to be able to fix it.
Put it on your on-hand equipment. I'm well aware that you've got some leather armor stuffed in a bag, but the bag's not to hand. And thus
I've
the
got so
armor's
much
not
leather,
either.
guys. You wait until we have a long rest.
Okay. So there's one room left on this floor. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's not actually going to be a woman giving birth. So do we want to check that room and then head upstairs, or?
Sure.
Isn't there a third floor still?
Yeah, I was just
There's
saying.
a third floor, and there's the attic as well.
I was just saying, did we want to clear this floor before heading up?
Didn't we just do that? Was there another room?
Yeah, there's the one here. That's where we heard the noises of the woman giving birth.
I didn't
Yep.
realize that. Yeah, might as well check it out.
Cool. Yeah. So you can still hear those. Okay. So you can sorry. As you get past, as you reach for the knob to turn the handle, the sounds begin to fade away, and as you look inside, Lucille is indeed correct. There is no woman giving birth. The room is empty. There are a couple of beds, and there are some footlockers, and there appears to be a side room with a door, as well as here you can see it's not a door so much as a hatch in the wall that you could try to pull out. The dog is staying close to Eerie because she promised food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna open up this first footlocker.
Okay. So that footlocker is is pretty much empty. There looks to be some molded clothing. Things like rotted shoes, but or a rotted belt, but nothing of any worth.
I'm going to try and open the hatch.
Okay, so if you open the hatch, you can see that there is a dumbwaiter. So you could, a small character could squeeze into that, or a tiny character could comfortably fit into that, and you could use that to try and get up or get down a floor. Alternatively, you can stick your head in and have a look.
Yeah.
But it looks to only go up and down a single floor. The actual compartment with a floor looks to be on the ground floor at the moment.
I'm gonna make the assumption that the kitchen must be the room that we didn't check out.
If we tried really hard, could we shove a tiefling in there?
Ooh. No. Summon.
Oh, I don't know. You'd might suffocate a bit.
I am going to summon Remac and have him fly up the shaft because so long as he's within 100 feet of me, I can communicate telepathically. And then I can
Correct.
on
So,
it too.
I'll just copy him from what was it, the gate map, and then can you see through his eyes, or is that like a warlock thing, chain lock thing, I should say?
I can see through its eyes, but only for a few.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there is a thing to do it, but unless you're a chain lock, it's like a spell or something.
Okay.
The part of the it
I mean,
says in-
the raven can absolutely fly through and try and remove the hatch above, and they can confirm to you that it only goes up a single floor, or alternatively down a single floor. Yeah, but they wouldn't be able to tell you all that much about the room above.
all right. I'm gonna call him back down and dismiss him.
Oh, the raven tells you there's a load of cobwebs up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we're heading up then.
Yeah. Or do we want to confront this family, like, about the adultery thing? Will that do
They are
anything?
still dancing.
I mean, we can.
Just don't know if it sounds like it could be important.
Sure. Go for it.
Well, fair enough.
Or did we ever check out the second floor?
We didn't know, but
All right, I'm gonna check it real quick before I leave.
So the chef and footlocker. Okay, inside, it is empty apart from a letter. It looks to be a letter of resignation. If you would read that aloud, I'd be happy to
Yes,
put that in your...
I will read it aloud.
Okay, so, oh, sorry, so I'll get that in your inventory. We'll just handle the others' questions first.
Yeah.
So, you go into the other room, and you can see that there is still the dancing going on.
I'll speak to the lady with the baby.
Okay. The woman with with the baby looks like the servant from before. But here she is clearly ethereal.
Ooh. Excuse me. Could you tell us how you and this other family passed on? Trying to be polite.
The woman says, "Passed on." I don't understand what you mean.
Oh,
If you mean when did I enter their service, I've been serving the Aramanthus for a few years.
I see. And the half-elf gentleman here, who is he to you?
Master Aramantha is.
Oh, that's
he
Master
is. Oh, well, when you say the half-elf gentleman, do you mean the babe in her arms, or like the elven gentleman?
The elven gentleman. Sorry, you said he was half. You said he was high elf, not half elf. Sorry.
Sorry, high elf, yeah.
Yeah. And this child of yours, is he Lord Aramanthius? Aramanthius.
She looks uncomfortable but sort of looks at the ears, realizes that she's not going to be fooling anyone, and says, he is.
I don't know quite where I'm going with this now. I've lost my train of thought.
As
So, do you?
I'm afraid to say, as you ask your question, your fifth question, the spirits start to fade away and the music ends.
Ah, fair enough.
That there was a limit, I'm afraid.
No, that's okay. I think I was plugging the dead horse a bit there anyway.
So I'll put the letter up.
Mm.
But the spirits, fade away, and the piano does come to a stop.
Mm. Mm.
And I imagine at this point, Kamir's come in with a letter he's found.
Yep.
Okay.
Feel free to read it if you would read it aloud to the others.
Yes, I will.
Can you all see it?
No.
No, I can't. I'm afraid.
Oh, you see, what I've done is I've given you all the editing rights rather than the viewing rights. There we go. Now can you see it?
Yes.
There we go.
Master Aramantha, when I first entered your service, you were all very welcoming and promised a safe environment to serve in. At first, this was true, but recent events have convinced me I am no longer able to serve. It is not the gatherings in the attic, however sinister these guests of the mistress appear to be, nor is it your children who are a ray of sunshine in this place. Not even is it the distance from my dear husband. To be blunt, I fear this house is haunted. In my sleep, I hear cries and screams from beneath the floorboards, although this house has no space beneath the ground floor. And seemingly at all hours, I hear noises in the western wall. This is some dark force in this house, and I can't stand it. Perhaps I could grow accustomed to it, as you seem to have done so in your centuries here, but I simply cannot stand it. I have spoken to the mistress about this already, and she has accepted my resignation. She has even offered a carriage to transport me back to Valaki. It brings me no joy to leave your service, but regrettably, I am left with no other option. Katerina Linsky. Well, time to go to the attic.
Yeah, and at some point maybe we need to go downstairs to the kitchen as well.
See if there is anything underneath.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, to the attic.
To the attic.
Okay. Get nice and zoomed out so I can put you on. Alright. And okay, here we go. Who's coming up next?
I will.
Okay. Let me know if you have any movement difficulties, and then we'll. Ooh. Did not mean to do
Sorry.
that. Must have accidentally dragged you outside the house.
That's okay.
Okay. So, on this landing, you can see that there is a suit of armor, different to the wolf-headed ones below. This one's a pretty full suit, with the including what do you call it, the greaves and the sabatons, as well as the gauntlets and the epaulets. And you can also see that there are some doors. This part of the house seems in worse condition than the rest. You can see that there are some doors here, here, and here.
Who's hard that wants to go knocking some doors down?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come to this little outcrop area.
You can see that there is also now a door here.
I'm gonna open it.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
shove
Sorry.
it to take off
So
space.
the north set of double doors here, or the south door here.
So, first.
Cool. Okay. So inside you can see into a bathroom. So it's got a wooden club with clawed feet, and there's a small iron stove with a kettle resting on it. There looks to be a cistern that would that has a pipe that looks like it leads to the roof.
I've got a club in here if anyone wants it.
Another one?
Just quickly, I'm trapped again.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
That's it's mostly something I'll put in to stop people, to prevent people from accidentally entering the dumbwaiter. But there we
No, I
go.
know.
Does nobody want the club then?
Is there
The
any?
tub.
Oh, the tub. I thought you said a club.
No, sorry, the bathtub here.
Although I think it'd be awesome if our barbarian has like a bathtub for a improvised weapon.
Yo, battering ram?
God!
Mm-hmm. The cistern looks like it might have some water in it. If you wanted to try and collect that. But yeah, otherwise, you've got a tub, and you've got that container next to it with the kettle.
Mira would advise against trying to drink any of that water.
I was not planning on reaching into it.
Okay. So if it's the north doors, then you can see into a large bedroom. So you can see it's got double bed, some cabinets. The possessions here, the furniture here is very mouldy. It looks like it's not been touched for years.
Are there any cupboards or cabinets we can snoop around in?
I think these are dressers up here.
Absolutely, you can have a look in there.
Yoink.
Oh, I'll take that one then.
Sure.
Come down into
So
this
as you have a look in those, you can see that there's plenty of mouldering garments, both men's and women's garments. Men's in one, women's in the other. But if you have a look around, you can also see that there is a jewelry box at the bottom of the one with the women's garments. If you shake it, it rattles.
Ooh.
Oh, and there's also a door here.
Sorry, ping again for me. I didn't quite catch it. Here.
Sorry, here.
Oh, there.
Yep.
Have we gone away from the lady that was in childbirth? Or was it...
We went up to that room, and as we sort of went to open the door, the noises stopped.
Okay.
And when you opened the room, it was empty.
Ah, right, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to open this door here.
Okay, so whilst I think it'll be Ashless who's found the jewelry box. It'd be Lucille opening the door. So I'll just put that in make sure the layer's correct. Inside, you can see that there is an elven man looking very much like the one downstairs, hanging from the roof by a rope. He appears dead.
Well, I've found our Lord Master. He's definitely not with us anymore.
Ugh. Way to
There
go.
looks to be a note clutched tightly in his hands.
Is it inappropriate to go through a dead man's pockets, anyone?
No?
opinion?
No.
In which
What do
case, I grab the note and have a little root round his in his pockets, see if there's anything else.
Okay, getting into the dead man's pockets are easy. The dead man makes no protest. But getting the note out of the dead man's hands requires some prizing. I'm
Yeah.
not going to ask you to make a check for that, but it does not look pretty. So inside the dead man, so the dead man's pockets, you can find a few gold pieces. But I'll just put the note in everyone's journal.
You can see why the servant girl liked him. He was clearly well hung.
Oh my god! No.
DM rolling for psychic damage.
Yeah. A thing back in my old D&D group, if you ever made some kind of really bad reference, you'd take psychic damage for metagaming. Not for metagaming, for breaking the fourth wall. Couldn't think of it.
Would Lucille read it to the others?
Yeah, I would. I'd read it out. My beloved children, I wish I could do what all fathers do and tell you that monsters aren't real, but it wouldn't be true. Life can create things of exquisite beauty, but it can also twist them into hideous beings, selfish, violent, grotesque, monstrous. It hurts me to say that your mother has turned into one such monster inside and out, and I'm afraid the disease that afflicted her mind has taken hold of me as well. It sickens me to think what we've put you through. There is no excuse. I only ask you, though, that I know I only ask you, though I know I have not the right to do so, to try and forgive us. I despise what your mother has become, but I love and pity her all the same. I've sent a message to your Aunt Esme, and she will come to collect you. I wish the best for you in Valaki, but I fear for you if you remain here. Please love her as dearly as you love us, and be good to her, for she has recently lost her own daughter. Rose, I wish I could see you blossom into a strong, beautiful woman. Thorn and Walter, I wish I could be there for you, but I can't. This is the only way. Goodbye.
Well, thinking of his children, that's something.
Did the spirits downstairs, weren't there only 2 children there? And the baby.
Yeah, the baby.
But
And that
was
other one.
the baby a boy?
Don't know.
Yeah.
So we're missing a child.
Well, so there were a boy and a girl with the family, and there was another baby nearby. I'm going to say that you'd, recognize it as a boy, because
Yeah, so that-
you talked near the baby, if not to the baby.
So yeah, so that could have been Thorn and Walter were the baby, and the boy, and Rose was the girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
But given
means-
that their spirits are here, that doesn't bode well.
Oh, good. We're going to find some dead children soon. That's not nice. Unless they died on the road.
Then why would their spirits be here?
Eh, go back to be with family, I guess.
I'm not entirely sure if they have the freedom to travel. But I'm not an expert in spirits. So I could very well be wrong.
Fun fact, doesn't necessarily mean you'll die from asphyxiation.
Oh, was there anything interesting in the jewelry box?
Yes, there was. Inside, you can see that the jewelry box itself is made of silver with gold filigree and looks like it would fetch a decent price. And that it is 3 gold rings and a thin platinum necklace with a topaz pendant.
Oh, that'd be worth a lot.
I'll put it in the
tell
rucksack.
you.
Put it in the kitty.
Yeah, I throw the coins that I found as well in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should we try and continue on after this rather gruesome discovery?
Yes,
And
let's hope for better discoveries.
Yeah, let's hit that other room and then let's get out of here.
We haven't found our belongings yet.
Well, of course we're gonna do that, but like,
I can. Is there anything interesting if I look out of this upstairs window here that looks like it has quite a big view?
Yeah, so that's actually a glass sliding door. As you try to open it, it sticks.
Okay. Shall I try and force it? Actually,
You can
Christina,
try
do
with
you want to try and
an
force
athletics check.
I'll try and force it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Christina really puts her shoulder into that, but the door doesn't open. Well, with a 19, I presume you're really putting your strength into that, and probably if you were to try and give it a good whack with the chair that's nearby, the chair seems to break before the door shows any sign of breaking. That door looks like it will not be opening.
I mean, because if you roll,
It's suspiciously durable.
could just break the glass if you really wanted to.
No, because it's a big sliding glass door, so I assume when you chuck the chair into it, there's not a mark on the glass, but the chair is now in splinters.
Oh,
Exactly, yeah. You
Hmm.
can
try to
hear a faint cry of pain from somewhere beneath you. It makes a low noise, and the building seems to shake. But the door does not open.
The building is alive.
That's not good either.
And you just hurt it.
Sorry,
Yes,
building.
Let's carry on. Let's get out of this building as soon as physically possible.
Yeah.
I'm starting to like it less and less.
I'm starting to have a sneaking suspicion it won't let us leave.
Don't say that.
Okay, so you've got a choice of doors, south and west.
South first.
How are you, Kamir? Fun?
Yeah, go clockwise, south,
South.
then west. Yep.
So, okay, let's get this door out of the way. So inside you can see into another bed chamber. This door, sorry, also has a notice on it that says Margaret. So inside that you can see that there's a bed. It's a decent sized bed, but it's not as it doesn't look as valuable as the one in the other suite.
Good check.
You can see that there is also another door here. So what's everyone doing?
I'm checking the.
Okay, so you're having looking. So you're having a look at the drawers. What is everyone else doing?
I'm holding back. I'm waiting for other people to do things. I'm loitering with intent.
Yes, I am looking at this side of the room because the other side is very crowded.
Okay, yeah. So you can see that there's a dead fireplace here, and there's the door here. There looks to be a balcony again with sliding doors like the last one. These, if tested, would prove just as durable. So inside there, you can find that there are servants' clothes inside that look like the same as the the servant you've seen before.
Ah. So she was
wasn't-
Margaret, not the one that resigned. Because the one that resigned was called Katerina, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Something
And
like
this
that.
door
Yeah.
says Margaret.
Mm.
Or maybe Margaret was the one that had the baby
Yeah,
and replaced Katerina, or maybe they had multiple servants.
it could be that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Katerina resigned. Marguerite moved in. Amaranth knocked her up, and also his wife went crazy. That's what we know so far.
Yeah, that's a pretty good recap.
Or he reckoned his wife went crazy. We've seen no evidence of
True.
that as yet.
True.
Mhm.
Did you say the other door was where I am?
Yes, there is another door where you are. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll open this one and brace for potentially another dead body.
Yeah, the letter of resignation was from Katerina.
Yeah. Okay, so as you open the door, you can see the servant from before. She is standing over a crib, from which you can hear a faint crying. She tries to shush the baby, who does go quiet shortly.
Oh, I'm incredibly sorry. We couldn't find you, and everything. Fires were going out, and food turned rotten. Really sorry. Did you find our belongings?
Yeah, the servant turns to you and gestures for you to be quiet.
Oh, yeah.
This is I came to look for the master of the house, but he was not about. I heard my dear Walter crying, and wanted to soothe him. It looks like he's asleep now. I'll check the attic.
Okay.
And
Okay.
unless you did anything to stop her,
Hold up, no.
she passes through and
I'm blocking the doorway.
passes through. Pun?
I'm blocking the doorway. This is suspicious. We're already in the attic.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
on
No,
the third floor.
you're on the
There
third
is-
floor.
Sorry.
Mm.
Sorry. I was
No, we're on the
confused.
second floor.
So the second floor. You're on the
Yeah.
second floor.
Just to confuse the American.
Hey.
So yeah,
Ground-
she pushes open a previously unseen door here, and begins to and you can hear her ascend a flight of stairs.
So the room that she's just come out of, do I see that it looks like it's covered in spider webs and hasn't been
Yes,
touched in years?
yes, it does, and
And-
it is severely dilapidated.
Is there
there is a
anything in the
bundle
crib?
of something in the remains of a crib.
Oh no.
I'm not. No.
Mm.
I just turned to the others and I'm like, I'm not touching that.
For the sake of
I will.
This is gonna go badly.
I don't mind giving it a poke. I've seen some strange things.
Okay.
Poke it with the end of my antler thing, though.
Okay, yep, that's fine. You poke it with the antler, nothing happens. No cries, no. I mean, there is, I guess, the physical response of a protrusion made in the cloth, but there's no other response.
I'm gonna lift it.
The bundle.
The cloth.
Oh, the cloth. Okay, so you you lift the cloth. It doesn't seem to have much weight to it. There's definitely not like 8 pounds of baby in there or whatever. However much babies weigh.
Well, after they've been dead for a long time, probably not a lot.
Yeah, but well, okay, there
That's what I
don't
was
seem to
worried
be
about.
2 pounds of baby
It does-
skeleton in there.
It does
Yeah.
not feel like there is a corpse in there.
No, it feels like you're holding up a sheet, a folded sheet, but a sheet nonetheless.
So the kid is dead. I'm back to not trusting the nanny.
Yeah, but why did we also see? Wasn't she one of the ghosts?
Yeah, it's possible that she herself doesn't realize she's dead.
It's possible that she might be Margaret and she just might be a little crazy.
When you barred away, what happened again? Sorry, did she pass through you or did she go round you?
No, I took it back. I was confused. I just
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother has turned into one such monster inside and out. The disease has inflicted her mind and has taken hold of me. So it's possible they're caught with some kind of disease that makes them go crazy, and this is just her symptom.
True, but
Could
like I say,
possible Margaret.
it just was confused because we're potentially seeing two spirits of the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the like ballroom or the bit where the piano was, she was sat there with the baby.
I think
We also
Looking
go
just
downstairs
as
and-
ethereal as everyone present. Here she seemed physical.
Yeah, this is where I'm saying this is weird.
I think
Mm,
this
Or,
room was
or at least, certainly more so.
no. Mm,
my thought
Okay.
process. The one in the music room was Katerina. The one we just saw was Margaret.
Nah, same people. They look the same, unless they're identical twins. You'd say they were the same people.
I mean, theoretically, it's possible because we don't know the last name of Margaret.
That's true.
They could be twins.
Still feel like they're the same person. Okay, right. So we have two options. There is one final door to open on this floor, or we head up the very creepy, spooky stairs where the very creepy, spooky person has just gone.
Door then stairs.
Door then stairs. Works for me.
Yep.
Okay, door first. So
Yeah.
the door is here.
Hmm.
So inside you can see into a storage room. So there's there's a broom, there's some buckets. There's some at this point they're cleaning rags, not towels of any kind. That's what you can find there. The broom looks in considerably better nick than everything else there. But otherwise it's a store closet, a supply closet.
Mm.
Strange.
Creepy attic.
I was gonna say creepy stairs.
Okay, and these stairs aren't circular, so I can just drop you on without anyone getting stuck. Who's first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Go next.
Okay. Now, I've just accidentally rotated you whilst trying to select someone else. Now I have to put
Spinning.
you on without revealing the other rooms. So there we go. So you're there. Lucille next.
Yeah, I'll go next.
Okay. There we go.
Send the dog
So
next.
you can see that there's a door ahead, but the door does not seem to be locked.
I will go third.
Okay.
Gonna say let's, I guess, keep on going, Christina.
Indeed.
Move me up when you want to.
Yeah. I'll get you up when we got some free space ahead.
Okay.
So yeah, you can see that there's a landing ahead. I've just removed the door. There we go. I'll put Emily up as well. And there we go. The dog follows. The dog doesn't really seem to like this place, but was promised food at the end.
You and me both, buddy.
I'm suspicious of the dog.
Okay, so you can see that there's a locked door here. As in, it's got a lock, and if you push on the wood, it's locked. The door, has a nameplate. Well, two nameplates actually. One says Rose, and the other Thorn. There's also a door here, and a door here. So you've got a choice of 4 doors.
So daughter and the elder son were in the same room.
Certainly looks like.
Oh, let's try the one with the elder children in.
Let's get it
Was
over
that
and done with.
Rose and Thorn?
Yep.
The door is
So
locked.
that's the one where you push on the wood and the door seems to be locked.
I don't have my thieves' tools.
That's
I'm gonna head down south.
Christine, do you reckon you might be able to forcefully open the door?
With what exactly?
Your shoulder?
your head.
You could possibly use the antler as a makeshift crowbar.
Or a good swift kick?
Yeah. So we'll resolve that door. In the meantime, Camille's found a bedroom. The bed looks to have been made but not slept in for some time. It's got some tattered furnishings, and there's a desk set with writing paper that doesn't seem to have been used in some time. A search of the nightstand next to it would reveal that it is empty.
What about the dresser over here?
Mhm. Okay, so you have a look in there. The dresser appears to be conspicuously empty. Not just like moldy clothes, but an absence of them. You can
Nothing.
see a ring at the corner of the at the corner of the wardrobe.
Gonna
That
snatch
looks
it.
to have been left. Yeah. So this is a signet ring. That has a symbol. But you can also make out the initials. MP. That is Mike Papa.
We've not met a Mike yet.
No, we haven't.
That's Margaret.
Wait. Actually, that's possible. That could be Margaret or Katerina's husband.
Well, Katerina's husband would likely have taken the name Blinsky, which would be B for Bravo.
Yeah. So could still be Margaret's though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Okay, we've got a couple more doors. If we
Mhm.
leave Rosenthorn for now, maybe we'll find a key in another room.
Yeah.
To remind me, where are the final two doors?
Okay, so they're both in this square here, north and south.
Go north door.
Okay. Let's get that north door open. Ooh. There we go. So inside, you can see that there's another bedroom. It looks to be in a similar state to Camille's, but with less furnishing. These two look to be more sort of like spare bedrooms rather than the quarters downstairs or the suite.
Just do like obviously there's looks to be some kind of like wardrobe and potentially a bedside cabinet.
Yeah,
Are
there is a nightstand.
I just have a quick look just in case.
Certainly. So in the nightstand, you seem to have some trouble opening it, but as you pull it open, you can find that an iron dagger has been left behind, that was awkwardly stuck in there. The wardrobe contains, it doesn't have. Hang on. Yeah, so it contains a single black robe and an ornate mask. This will be a full face mask.
Does the dagger
Yep.
look like it's been used? Like, is there traces of blood on it? Or is it old?
So just looking at it, you can't see. You know, if it has been used, it's been wiped or cleaned.
Okay.
Um, you could make an investigation check if you wanted to do something more advanced, but otherwise it's a clean dagger.
No, I think I'm okay. So, what do we reckon? Take the dagger, robe, and because I mean, are the robe and the mask in fairly good quality? Like, are they molded
Reasonably
or are
so.
they?
Well, the mask hasn't. The robe has.
Okay.
The robe would probably need like some patching, but you know the mask is fine.
Okay.
Well,
I think.
alt activity going on.
Well, should we take the robe and the mask just in case, and the dagger? Obviously, it's an additional weapon. But potentially, if we've got this robe and the mask, if we might be able to, if there's something going on, like A, we have it as evidence. B, we need it.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Might
can't
want-
hurt
Probably a good idea.
if it'll fit in the bag.
Shove us in the rucksack if possible.
It's fine. Don't worry about the capacity. You'll be able to fit it in there.
Okay.
As long as someone can shoulder the pack, I wouldn't worry too much about what's in it.
Barbarian.
So, south door.
South door. So, this room appears to have the more usual things that you'd expect to find in an attic. That is to say, a load of crates and, junk that's just had a sheet laid over them. The only sheet really of note is this one, which has some brown stains on it, which the others do not.
Go on, I'll lift the sheet on this one. Swish.
Okay. So, as you do so, you can see a woman's body. It looks like the servant you've been speaking to. She
Yep.
has several stab wounds around the chest. That look to in the front basically.
Ooh.
She's been stabbed several times and had this
Fresh.
sheet laid over.
Very dead.
But they're not fresh wounds.
So the wounds look fresh, but for the blood to have turned brown on the sheet,
Yeah, okay.
you would realise that they must have been made some time ago.
Start lifting up other sheets.
Okay. Under the other sheets, that you can just find junk in various states of disrepair.
I'm starting to wonder if the woman that we've been speaking to is the mother that's somehow in disguise.
Maybe.
Because we've still not found any trace of her, have we? Other than the ghost.
No.
That's right.
I've already gone through the pockets of one dead person today. What's another? I'm gonna go through the maid's pockets.
You find a key?
What do you know?
Hold it up, like, ta-da!
Well, we have a door to go with the key.
I suppose there's no time like the present. I'm gonna wander over to the one door that
Where was that?
we know was locked.
Back this way somewhere, wasn't it? Yeah.
Okay. So as you open the door, you can see the following.
Oh,
You can
God.
see that there are two child-sized beds, two child-sized corpses on the floor. There also looks to be a chest and a doll's house.
Ooh, not good.
Mm-mm. Oh, we found
No.
all these corpses and nobody thought to suggest food for the dog.
I mean, it's been with us the whole time. We wanted
Yeah.
to eat them.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, well, we found the older two.
Hmm. Okay. What's in
These
the box? What's in the box?
What's in the bag?
What's in the box?
as you have a look in the chest, you can see that there are a variety of stuffed animals. As you open the box, you can feel a strange sensation. It's as if someone was touching your hand, and you hear a child's voice say, "Let me in."
Let you in?
If you do not wish to let said child in, you can make a charisma save.
Oh, I see. Into my body. Oh, go on then.
Okay. So, as you do so, the following figure appears. It seems to overlap with Asishlus's square, although Asishlus sees this figure as standing next to him.
Mm.
And it looks to be a half-elven child, a boy. It is the boy says, what are you doing? Are any of you Aunt Esme?
I don't think so.
Sorry, mate.
No.
I'll be honest,
think-
I don't know much about myself, so it's possible, but I don't think so.
We were kind of lured here and...
Do I recognize it as a like a masculine or a female form?
Oh, yeah, it's a male half-elf child.
Are you Thorn?
Yes, I am. I'm Thorn.
How long have you been waiting for your aunt, Thorn?
Uh, days. I think. I've been so hungry.
Yes, there seems to be a lot of that going around.
Do you recognise the dog?
So, assuming Christina stands aside to let Lancelot in, Thorn says, "No, who's that? Is it yours?"
It's just hiding underneath your piano.
Could be a
We
wild dog.
never had a dog.
Poor
He wa-
thing's starving.
I'm getting more suspicious of that dog.
The dog is the only one that's been
the
completely
dog
honest
starts
with us.
sniffing and looks with some expectation.
I'm just gonna pat the dog and say, like, we're getting there. We're getting to the food.
Okay, Lancelot does. Sorry, the dog. Actually, no, the dog has a name on its collar. The dog does not eat the children's corpses.
Okay.
Good dog.
Thorn, where's your sister?
My sister's nearby.
Nearby.
Where?
Presently, you can see the following figure appear. It's a slightly older child. There, this one a girl, again a half elf.
Yeah.
She says, What are you doing here? None of you look like Aunt Esme.
No.
I guess that clarifies I am not Aunt Esme.
We arrived here and we had some of our belongings sent ahead, and we were told that they were in this in your home. When we got here, we were welcomed in by a maid, and she was showing us round. We're just looking for our stuff.
Katerina or Nanny Margaret?
Oh, I think it was Nanny Margaret.
Yeah, the girl says, yes, that's right. Katerina's gone, hasn't she?
Yes, I do believe she went home to her husband.
Mhm.
About something.
We've kind of looked everywhere in this house. Do you know of any other like secret rooms or anything?
So the girl points to this doll's house here. I'm going to assume Christina is not actually standing on it.
No.
And she opens it up and says, it's supposed to look like our house. There's I always noticed that there's a strange space here, and she she gestures to a space that would be near the doll's house equivalent of the children's room. You notice looking in the doll's house that both the children's and her father's and the nanny's corpses are exactly in the doll's house as they are in the house. And there are also 6 whispery figures, 5 medium and tall, 1 small and rather squat, that are roughly in the same positions as yourselves and the dog.
Yes, I really don't like this.
Yeah.
Is there any
She points
other figures?
she points to a space that would, on the map, correspond to this square here.
Immediately gonna
Move the doll's house. Oh, you've just gone straight through.
Yeah, I'm going straight to it.
Okay, so you feel around the wall for a time, and you are able to find yourself
Uh-huh.
a spiral staircase room.
Very small staircase.
Okay.
It does not go up. You are at its top floor. It seems to head down.
Gonna come back. Hey, I found another staircase.
Okay. You kids tidy up this room. There's like corpses everywhere.
What?
He's joking. Don't worry about him. You've both been incredibly helpful. Thank you so much
Boy
for your help.
notices the corpses and begins to cry.
Oh, do you recognise them?
The girl says, I think he must have died some time ago. If you get the chance,
what
can you lay our remains to rest?
We'll
Did
do our
you say
best.
that the boy answers, so hungry. Aunt Esme never came.
Oh no. Oh, that's horrible. Alright, sorry kids. I'm going down the staircase, that's sad.
Yeah.
Before I leave,
Before
I'm
I
gonna
cry.
turn
Mm.
to Rose and say, "So you, if you want us to lay your bodies to rest? Did you say?"
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Is there anywhere in particular?
If we were buried outside or in a crypt, then we could be at peace.
Okay. And I'm going to try and be really respectful, but I'm going to put the bodies in the rucksack.
Mhm.
Plastic bag or something we can put them in first, just so they don't stain.
Oh,
everything else.
you could like get a bed sheet from one of the other
Yeah.
rooms and just wrap them in
I-
there. You can get 2 bed sheets, one for
Yeah.
each body.
Yeah, and I'm going to make sure that I, keep each body together so that I'm not kind of like mixing them up.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try and respectfully carry the bodies with us.
Mm-hmm.
In a rucksack.
No?
Excellent.
Everything else.
How do you plan on explaining that if any of the guards ask us to empty our pockets?
I'm kind of hoping that we'll
You
get our
can get them
belongings.
buried before you meet
Yeah,
civilization.
I'm hoping we'll get our belongings, leave the house, and then just quickly bury them.
Mm-hmm.
With what? We gotta dig the grave sites with our hands?
There might be a shovel in the stable.
You just scrape at the ground with the antler for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're able to go down several flights. So now what I've done for this map is I'll put your tokens on the GM layer, and then I'm just going to drop you as you start appearing in. So if you're blind, you should be blind, unless you're Kamir and Eerie. So unless you're Kamir, because I've just put his token on now. Can you see?
I can.
Good. Okay, yeah. So you can see that there's a space ahead. What's the marching order? So it's Kamia.
I think I
Sure.
legged it down when I realised the kids had starved to death in the bedroom. I don't know if anyone else went before me.
Yeah, I'll head straight back as well.
I
Okay.
imagine I was probably last.
Cool.
Hmm.
So we'll get you added. Oh, and you're gonna want some light. Did you have that lantern from earlier?
Yes, I did grab it.
Yeah. If you want to light it, then I can give you some light.
Yeah, being human, if I realise we're going down in somewhere dark, immediately I'd be like, yeah, this came in handy, and light it with the tinderbox.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. So we're doing with one of those lighting lanterns. It's one of those 30 and 30 ones. So if I put you down last. Okay. Okay, can you see?
Yes.
My screen's still
Excellent.
black.
Did I forget to? Okay, I have got you on the token layer, so that's good. The vision's fine, the night vision's fine. What I'll do is I'll just delete the token and put you on. There we go. Can you see now?
I still can't see any. Oh, I got it. I'm good.
No worries. Okay, so right. So in terms of where's Asishulus gone? Is he underneath someone?
South. No, I just moved down south to create a bit of space. I'm here.
Okay. Oh, you
Yes,
are
you
underneath
are underneath
someone.
me.
Oh, am I?
Okay.
It's a joke in there somewhere.
So you can see that there's that you're in some narrow passages. You'd say that you're probably below ground. And this is a very tunneled feel to you. The passages have been dug and then widened to allow people to walk in.
Okay. Where do we want to go?
Mhm.
We start north and work round clockwise.
Might as well.
Go that way.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see into what appears to be a dining area. On top of the table, you can see that there are bones and a small amount of flesh. Which reminds me, I have forgotten to put a certain someone's token.
The light trying to come in, so everything isn't grey.
These'll be the screams that could be heard from under the floorboards, presumably.
Mhm.
Most
People being
likely.
eaten.
Quite possibly. You can see that there are some faint mounds in the earthen floor. Like you can definitely see that there's one here. This room has quite a foul stench to it.
Ugh.
Okay. As you approach the mound, you can hear the faint sound of scraping.
Raping?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Can
The
everyone
mound.
roll initiative, please?
What have you done?
Woohoo!
Okay.
Oh, click. Yeah, tokens definitely clicked on. Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, why has mine not come through? It was working fine. Oh, there it is. Oh God.
Oh,
Being slow.
so click the wrong thing.
Trading my 22 for a 10 because I did not click on myself.
You can change it yourself, by the way. When he brings the turn tracker up, you can just like click on
Yeah.
the number and then change it.
Mhm.
Just don't tell him.
So I did say, who wants to keep track of initiative for this? Just because it lets me free to use all my tabs and books while someone's looking at the
Fair enough.
tracker. Who wants to keep track of that?
I can do that.
It's fine. I'm last, so I'm going for a wee very quickly. I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay, no worries. So the initiative looks like it's going to be. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Assailant 3 on initiative count 14. Yeah. Then Assailant 2 on initiative count 13. Then Assailant 1 on initiative count 12. Then it's Eri and Kamiya on 10. I don't mind how you decide to sort amongst yourself who goes first.
Typically, in my old group, what we do is if there's a tie, we base it on the score of your dexterity.
So do I, but I think you might have both of 14 decks.
I have 14.
Yes, I also have 14.
Yeah.
I swear there was like I swear there's something that shows it as like a specific 14 point something value, but
There is. But
just
yeah,
do a dex roll.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to roll off, you can. But I'm
There we
happy
go.
for you to.
All
There you
right.
go. Okay, so so Eri then come here on initiative count 10. And then it's going to be Assailant 4 on initiative count 8. And then we've got I think it's Christina on 4 and Assisless. Oh, sorry, Lucille on 6.
Hold up.
Sorry,
What
Lucille on 6, Christina on 4,
was the
and
Assailant for?
Assisless on 3. Pun?
What one for?
Oh, Christina on 4.
No, Assailant 4. What was the initiative?
Oh, right. Sorry. Assailant 4 goes on initiative count 8.
8. Then there were 3 others. It
Yeah.
was
So it was Lucille, then Christina, then Asishlus on 6, 4, and 3, respectively. There we go.
all right. Assailant 3 first.
Okay. So, you can, if I get the music for this. So you can see a figure use its action and movement to emerge from the far end of the room, clawing itself out of a mound. And that's going to be its full go.
Assailant 2.
Okay. Going to be doing the same?
Assailant 1.
Going to be doing the same? Right in front of you. But it's used its action.
I was going to say, can I make an opportunity attack, but I don't have anything to attack with.
Yeah, and it hasn't moved out of your reach.
Yeah. Then Eerie.
Okay, your go, Iri. You've just seen, you've just seen or heard 3 things rise out of the ground. They look pretty hostile, and they look, they look like they're undead.
I'll move to here.
Okay.
I'll cast Chalet.
Yeah. And you've still got your action. I think Shillelagh's. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's going to be. Yeah, that's going to be a hit, and that'll all go through. That's going to be magical bludgeoning damage.
And that's only action
Um,
and bonus action and movement, so yeah.
Okay. What else? Okay, so that's your bonus action, your action movement. Yep. Who's next?
I am.
Yep.
I'm going to take my action to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Cool. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's going to be my turn.
Cool.
Then it is Assailant 4.
Assailant 4 is going to use its action to claw itself out of the ground. And that's its go.
Lucille.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Okay. I can't really see any of them. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to kind of move around. 10, 15, 20 to like here. Still can't see anything.
You can hear them. They're all sort of vaguely in the bottom.
Yeah. So I'm kind of going to move. So it's 20, 25, 30 to about here. Still can't really see anything.
You can hear that there's one round here. If you were to stick your head out, you'd be able to see it's next to Camille.
Sure, but does that mean I can attack it then?
Absolutely.
If you have
Okay.
reach.
Yeah, in which case I'm gonna whip out my whip and I'm gonna try and strike it with my dragon's whip.
Indeed, everyone had one thing that they still have, and you do indeed still have that. So yeah, you can make an attack roll.
Pretty bad. That's an 8.
I'm afraid that's going to be a miss.
So I did my movement. I don't really have any bonus actions at this point, so that is my go.
Okay, no worries. Who's next?
Next is Christina.
Okay, so you've heard things come up here, here, and here. Oh, and sorry, and also,